Before the world called her the Queen of Pop, before the stadium tours, the controversies, the reinventions, there was a teenage girl standing alone at a bus stop in Michigan, shaken from the cold and from fear. She carried one suitcase, $40, and a decision that would change music forever. She told herself one sentence that night: "I will not return home until the world knows my name." Her name was Madonna. This is the rare, untold journey of a woman who refused to follow the rules, who fought every limitation placed on her, and who transformed herself again and again to become one of the most influential artists in human history. Today, we go deeper than the fame, into the hidden struggles, early battles, and extraordinary reinventions that built the legend of Madonna. Madonna Louise Ciccone was born on August 16, 1958, in Bay City, Michigan. Her childhood appeared ordinary, but beneath the surface lay a quiet storm that would shape her forever. Madonna was just 5 years. Her mother passed away, leaving a void that would echo through her entire life. What very few people know is how drastically this moment changed her personality. Teachers described her as suddenly brilliant, disciplined, but emotionally guarded. She became obsessed with excellence, not out of ambition, but as a shield against loss. Every dance step, every grade, every routine had to be perfect. The father later remarried, sparking a complicated family dynamic. Madonna often felt misunderstood, a girl with too many dreams and not enough space to express them. But one thing was clear: she had talent. She was an exceptional dancer. At school events, she wasn't just performing. She was studying the audience, understanding how people react, how energy shifts, how attention works. This early observation of human behavior would one day make her one of the greatest performers alive. In 1978, at the age of 19, Madonna made the boldest decision of her life. She dropped out of college, packed her clothes into a single suitcase, and bought a one-way plane ticket to New York City. Described this moment as the bravest thing I have ever done. She landed in New York with less than $40. The city was rough, dangerous, and unwelcoming. She often slept on friends' couches or in tiny rented rooms without heat or furniture. But she never complained. Instead, she worked countless odd jobs: waitressing, posing for art classes, dancing backup for small shows. Every night she practiced in studios until her legs gave out. Every morning she woke up with a sharper vision of who she wanted to become. What people rarely hear about is Madonna's early setback that almost changed her destiny. She originally aimed to be a professional dancer, not a singer. She auditioned for Alvin Ailey and Pearl Lang, but the dance world was brutally competitive. She realized she needed a new path. That's when she discovered something surprising: her voice. It wasn't traditionally pow, but it was raw, emotional, and unique. A local musician once told her, "You don't sound like anyone else. That's your weapon." And Madonna took those words to heart. Her real rise began in small New York clubs. Crowded rooms, cheap microphones, loud crowds, but every performance was a battlefield she was determined to win. Then came the moment everything changed. A demo tape she recorded quietly found its way into the hands of a Warner Records executive. They were immediately stunned, not by her voice alone, but by her presence, her energy, her confidence. She wasn't just an artist. She was a movement waiting to explode. In 1983, Holiday became her first hit, and the world felt a new kind of electricity. From there, Madonna redefined what it meant to be a pop star. She didn't follow trends, she created them. She didn't imitate, she invented. She didn't shy away from criticism, she absorbed it and came back stronger. But behind the reinventions were hidden battles. As a young woman in an industry dominated by powerful men, Madonna constantly had to fight for creative control. Record labels tried to tone her down, reshape her image, censor her ideas. Many people don't know this, but she personally directed her styling, choreography, visuals, and branding long before most artists even knew what branding meant. She was not just performing. She was architecting an empire. Her transformations became legendary. The punk rebel of the early 80s, the glamorous icon of Vogue, the spiritual storyteller of Ray of Light. Each phase wasn't random, it was intentional. Every reinvention reflected a new chapter of her personal evolution. Yet, despite her power and success, Madonna faced moments that tested her deeply. There were years when critics dismissed her, years when the media doubted her relevance, years when new artists dominated the charts, and people wondered if her era was over. But every time the world thought she was fading, Madonna returned, sharper, stronger, and more visionary than before. Because for her, reinvention was not a strategy, it was survival. Her impact on culture is immeasurable. She revolutionized music videos, she pushed boundaries in fashion, she helped redefine the role of women in entertainment, proving they could lead, innovate, and command full creative control. She became a global symbol of fearlessness, discipline, and artistic freedom. Her achievements fill pages: Grammy Awards, multi-platinum albums, record-breaking tours, a legacy spanning 4 decades. But there's a part of Madonna's influence people often forget: her philanthropy. She has quietly supported countless charities, donated to orphanages, funded education programs, and helped communities in Malawi through her foundation, Raising Malawi. Behind the fierce performer is a woman who believes deeply in human dignity and global responsibility. And now, here is the most shocking and inspirational revelation of Madonna's life: the real reason she survived every era, every storm, every comeback. She made a decision early in her career that she never abandoned: never let fear make your choices. This principle shaped everything: her art, her reinventions, her resilience. She didn't become iconic because she avoided failure. She became iconic because she refused to let fear stop her from evolving. Madonna's story is a reminder that greatness is not built in comfort. It's forged in discomfort, risk, reinvention, and relentless self-belief. She came to New York with nothing and built everything. She broke rules not to rebel, but to express. She transformed not to impress, but to survive. And through every reinvention, she taught the world one powerful lesson: you are allowed to become whoever you choose to be, again and again and again. From a young girl in Michigan coping with heartbreak, to a global icon shaping generations, Madonna remains a symbol of unstoppable evolution and unbreakable will. And that is why her story still inspires millions today. If Madonna's journey moved you, if her resilience, reinvention, and fearless evolution inspired you, then make sure you hit the like button so more people discover stories like this. And if you want to continue exploring the untold lives of the world's most unstoppable icons, subscribe for more powerful biographies every single week. Your support helps us bring more hidden stories, rare moments, and cinematic journeys to life. Stay inspired, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next story.